Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new, welcome to my channel. My name is Mandy and I love Chanel. I don't know a better intro than that. I love Chanel. It's in probably my top 3 favorite brands of all time. It is one of the brands where when I do a full face of it, I know that I'm gonna like my makeup. Every single time, no matter how different one look is from another, I am going to like my makeup. So I thought I would do a quick video compiling my top 5 products from Chanel. Now, this is not my top 5 products of all time because Chanel is constantly coming out with new collections and I am constantly falling in love with products from said collections. However, at the moment, these are my top 5 Chanel products. And yes, I have an honorable mention or 2. It's really hard when you love a brand as much as I love Chanel to condense it down to 5 products. But I tried. Now let's start with the first product. This is going to be a base product. I really do love all of Chanel's foundations, at least the ones I've tried. I think there's only one that I haven't tried, and it may be being discontinued because it's hard to get, but I really do love them all. Now my favorite is unfortunately the most expensive out of all of them. I mean, it's stupid expensive, y'all. It really is. But I would be lying if I said it wasn't my favorite. The Sublimage Essence Détente. It is absolute perfection. I did lie when I said I like all of them except one that may be being discontinued. I did not love the Sublimage in the pot. However, that was years ago. My skin has changed, my tastes have changed. I am not opposed to trying it again. But if I'm going off how I felt about it then versus this is by far the better of the 2 for me. This is a little bit more of a skincare heavy foundation product, which a lot of times I signify those as ones that aren't gonna last as long, but this one is honestly bulletproof on my skin. It is in my top 5 longest lasting foundations that I have ever tried, despite the fact that it is heavy with skincare ingredients and does have a more serum-like texture to it. It does give a luminous finish, but as you can see, I can matte it down with powder. It is a light to medium coverage. I personally cannot get more than a medium, which is right at my sweet spot. I don't like something that's super full coverage. It doesn't look like makeup on the skin. It sits well under any powder and makeup that I put on top of it, over any SPF that I've tried. It's just so good. I always adore the way my complexion looks when I use this product. And I'm in the shade B30, which tends to be my shade across most of the Chanel products. Sticking to actual like liquid complexion products, I have to mention the Sublimage Corrector U from Chanel. From Chanel. The Corrector U. This is the concealer in the pot. Again, another Sublimage product, which means it's going to be a little more expensive. However, I have talked about this a lot, and it hands down will last me years. Probably past when I should keep it, but as long as it doesn't start smelling bad, I'm gonna keep using it, because you need the very smallest amount of this product to get very good coverage under the eyes, as well as a very good wear. It is hydrating, which I need out of any concealer that I use right now because my under eyes have a tendency to be more dry than not. While I seem to have that under control, if you saw my last video, I still need some hydrating makeup products so that it doesn't look dry throughout the day, and this one never disappoints. I have used a ton of this product and it looks like I haven't used any of it. Another way I love to use this is if I am using another product I love. It's not technically in my top 5, but the Beige Water Fresh Tint. If I'm using this and I want just a little bit more coverage, then I will dot this all over the face and it works great that way too. And I'm in the shade number 30 in this as well. I cannot talk about loving Chanel products without including the Chanel Loose Powder. The Natural Finish Loose Powder is one of my all-time favorite powders, period. I loved it before they reformulated it. I love it after the reformulation. I don't love it any less. This is in the shade 30, and you can see I am at the very bottom. Like, I don't have much product left at all. This powder has yet to find a foundation on my face that it does not agree with. I love it to set my T-zone area with a powder puff because it never looks too heavy on those inner parts where it can kind of sink into pores. Never does that. And it also applies great with a brush on the rest of my face to keep my face the exact finish that I personally love. I like a more semi-matte finish, and then I can add the dewiness where I want it versus having too much dewiness altogether. And this powder achieves that for me. It looks good all day long. It doesn't get too shiny as the day goes on. It doesn't, again, get cakey looking as the day goes on. It is so good, both winter and summer and spring and fall as well. Like, just one of the best powders that my face has ever come in contact with. Number 4 is the final complexion product that I'm gonna talk about, and it is one of the newest products that I have from Chanel, but I quite honestly can't stop using it. The multi-use eyeshadow and highlighter palette is so good. I use this, as it states, as a multi-use palette. So I will use it as a highlighter on the very tops of my cheekbones. I'll kind of run it along my brow bone as well, and it applies almost like a cream, but with a brush in powder form, and that's because of the Beige formula that this has. It's a really good combination of colors to me, where I feel like a lot of different skin tones are gonna find at least one highlighter in here for their face. But again, it is also multi-use for the eyes, and I find that it is beautiful on the eyes, and everybody can use every shade. So I like to top off whatever eye look I have with a little bit of one of these shades in the middle of the eyes. I like to use it for a wash of color and have that be the only shadow I'm using. I like to use it in my inner corner, on my brow bone. I mean, just anywhere that I want a little bit of sheen, it's perfection, and I love the versatility of the different colors. It's going to be a very nice travel companion for the next trip that I take, and I quite honestly have nothing bad to say about it. Love the size, love the colors, love the product. And to finish off the top 5, I am going to talk about an eye product. Chanel comes out with new quads and palettes quite often, and I have a few that I really like. But if I had to pick my favorite eye product, it would be one of their single shadows. And don't get me wrong, I have 5 of these colors and I love every single one of them. I have nothing bad to say about any of them, but if I had to pick from within the 5 of the multi-use long-wearing eyeshadow ombre essentials, it would be Beige Suede. And I've talked about this a lot. This was actually the first color that I got of all 5 of the ones that I have. And it looks like absolute nothing in the pan, but there's something about when I wear this shadow that my look comes together. I feel polished, I don't feel overdone. It kind of transforms on the eyes. Comes with a brush that just fell down. So I have this on my eyes today. I did a wash of color, meaning I put it all over my lid, I put it up into my crease and blended it out. And then I put a touch of that highlighter palette on top of it. It's just really pretty. I can use it in the crease. My favorite way to use it is how I used it today, as a wash of color. Regardless of if I actually top it with a highlighter shade, it doesn't matter. I can just use it by itself, smudge out some eyeliner, and I just love the look. So while I adore all of the single shadows, this one still reigns as my top spot. That rounds out the top 5, but again, it's very hard for me to pick just top 5. So I do have a couple of honorable mentions, one more makeup product, and then we're gonna talk about a fragrance. The other makeup product also came out with a highlighter palette, and I love it. I just can't seem to stop using it. I have it on my eyes today, and it is the Stilo Waterproof Eyeliner in Vert Lagone. It's the green, the really pretty emerald green. Oh, it's just so pretty. Green's my favorite color. I love green in every form, and this is no different. My essay gave me a little bit of a sneak peek of the summer collection, and there is another kind of greenish teal eyeliner in that. Trust I will be getting that as well. But right now, I just adore this one. And I have the Brune Agape too, the brown color. Love that one as well. And then finally, I could not do a Chanel video without talking about my precious Coromandel. This is probably my favorite out of all the Les Exclusifs in the Chanel fragrance collection. Now I do have some on my wish list, 1957 being on the top. That is definitely gonna be my next Les Exclusifs purchase. But Coromandel is a patchouli lover's dream. I haven't put it on yet because I wanted to wait till this video. If you do not like patchouli, you are not going to like this. It is my favorite note in perfumery of all time, and it is very strong in this, despite the fact that it also has citrus, which doesn't offend me. I don't love citrus in perfumes, but I'm fine with this. It has orris root, it has white chocolate, benzoin, amber, musk, incense, jasmine, lots of really pretty good notes that come together to form this patchouli forward, sophisticated, powerful perfume. And when I say powerful, I don't only mean in the sillage of it, right? I don't only mean the fact that other people are gonna be able to smell it on you. I mean in the fact that it will make you feel powerful, like you have got it together. This one never fails me in that respect. I love it so much. It is a classic for a reason. And that rounds out my top 5 Chanel favorite products with a couple of honorable mentions. As always, I wanna know your favorite Chanel product down below in the comment section. I will have everything I talked about listed and linked in the description box. Thank y'all so much for watching. I will see you in my next video, and I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day.